Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D somewhere up there. If not, I will be your vitamin D today. My friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. And in this video, I want to talk with you or to you or share with you how much do we really know? Because I feel like, so if you've been following my channel for a while, you understand that GMOs is a no-no for me. The education system is a no-no for me. The climate change, I think there's a lot of hype between climate change and the way that it's being, advertised. Like years and years ago, they say we're gonna die within like 20 years, and how this whole thing with ESG, our financial system, education system, even pharmaceutical system. So for me, everything is a mess, right? What you mean? My head hurt. My head hurt. Stop. And I firmly believe that instead of yes, we should speak out, we should raise awareness, because the moment we raise awareness, even with the privacy issue that I spoke about the other day, because once we start raising awareness and we start taking action and improve ourselves, such as self-revolution, right? That's the route that I'm taking. And the thing is, this morning I saw a video of Sadhguru, and Sadhguru been talking about climate change for a while, but I think his focus is mainly the soil. Because think about it, we can fight all we want. The moment, at the rate that we're going, if we don't take care of the soil, and we wait for another 10, 20 years, it's going to take at least 100 to 150 years to have the biodiversity, for the soil, to have nutrients, to even grow anything. And we know that, with natural resources, we are sucking the hell out of the earth, right? From precious metals to oil, we are sucking everything out of the earth. And, with this whole COVID thing, I also feel like, so the the video that I saw this morning, today is February 9th, okay? The video that I saw this morning on Sadhguru's main channel, there was Klaus Schwab, who wrote the Great Reset, part of the World Economic Forum, and then with the Dalai Lama. I used to follow the Dalai Lama on Twitter, but right after the election, and President Trump was like, yo, election fraud, and everyone pretended like nothing happened. And the Dalai Lama was one of the first few people to went out there and congratulated the new administration. And then Hollywood just kind of took over, and they just kind of shoved everything aside. Anybody questioned, about the election is considered to be extremist or terrorist. And imagine all of the blockages that that people are trying to do to it's like to get the evidence for it. It's so hard. Every path of the way is being blocked, and take it how it is, but when you see things for what they are, it's hard not to believe it. So Khan, you're telling me if it dresses like a hoe, talks like a hoe, and acts like a hoe, but I can't say it's a hoe? However, all of that put aside, okay? The reason why I like Sadhguru is because most of his teaching is very similar to the Buddha. And in Buddhism, compassion is everything, right? So instead of destroying the enemy, we want to subdue the enemy. If we can work together with the enemy, that would be great. But there has to be a common ground for humanity to move forward. And because, kind of like, if we talk about good and evil, it's very similar to day and night. So just take ourselves as an example, okay? If we are happy during the day and we're sleeping at night, well, I can't really give that example because most people, when you sleep, when you're sleeping, you're not thinking much, right? Come on, man. But my analogy is like, good and evil. It's kind of like daytime, nighttime, kind of like black and white, left and right. The analogy of duality, right? Now, like I always said, good and evil are given, and they're just different interpretation of it. And I feel like we can raise awareness, but if we don't start from here, it's not gonna do much. And what shocked me was like, when I saw all of the people that said gurus able to gather, like these are people that like part of the United Nations, part of the World Economic Forum. They are like, I like kind of like in charge of the planet. Some would call them like, the Illuminati, or some would call them like the cabal or whatever. And these people are actually engaging into fixing the earth by fixing the soil. Because, my friend, whether you are on the good side or the bad side, the moment when there are no soil, the moment you choose to depopulate humanity, the moment you choose to, to create the delusion so that you can stay in power, there is no common ground. But when people start doing things that are positive for humanity, doing positive for the earth, because earth is our home, it changes my mind. Like when I saw that video of how many people that are involved, I have never met Jane Goodall, but when I look at some people, I'm like, she's an angel. And she was also in that video that they put together. But there were a lot of people, big people that are involved. Now for me, whether you are a homeless person, whether you are a president of a university, whether you are the president of a country, a spiritual leader, to me, I show everyone with the same kind of respect. And when I saw that video of all the people that are engaging in saving the soil, because if we do it now, based on what Sadhguru is saying, in the time frame of 15, 20 years, we can make it happen. We can make better soil, better food, or more food. But man, if we don't do something about the soil, there is going to be food shortages. Dear Great Spirit, please give me the strength of great merit to step out of the dark age into the golden age. Don't want to complicate with hater in it. And there is going to be a civil war in every country. There's an example that Sadhguru gave, okay? When a person is hungry, usually he or she will get angry. So, the definition of good or evil, it depended on what time of the day, right? Is that person hungry or is that person fed? So, I feel like this, my friend, no matter where you stand, whether you are on the bad side or good side, we have to recognize that we have a bigger problem, we have a bigger challenge, which is the soil. Without the soil, there won't be any food, and it doesn't matter whether you black, brown, or white. When there's no soil, there's no food, there is gonna be civil war, no matter where you live, okay? Don't want to be walking around the block and the next thing you know it's shot up. Pew, pew. So, I'm just amazed that Sadhguru is able to, to gather people from all over the world and have a common ground, because more than ever we need people with common ground, people in power, people at my level, at your level, like, all level, to take care of the earth, to take care of the soil, because without it there won't be any of us. And anyone that can unite humanity and put all of our differences aside, I admire that. And instead of fighting for a cause, why don't we fight to save the soil? And I think that's the way to go, because we have to show people how to change by doing it, right? Be the leader. We have to be the leader. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world, okay? And I think what Sadhguru is doing is amazing, and I will keep on spreading the message of saving the soil, and that, we can all take a part in it. Then I became a bad bitch. So my friend, if we can shift our focus from, ride or die kind of mentality, how about save the soil? That we have a bigger issue at hand, okay? So my friend, much love wherever you are. Make a video, let me know what you think. All of the stuff, like I'm at a point where, I have a belief system, but I'm willing to put my belief system aside because we have bigger issue at hand here. And it's not just for, it's for my personal growth as well. It's not just the soil, but it's for, personally, me doing this is finding inner peace, and I'm able to direct the energy where I can use my energy to do something good within and without of myself, peacefully, rather than fighting for a cause where I'm constantly angry, where I'm hating people. And the other question I want to ask you is that, how do we know what we know is true? And when I saw that video of Sadhguru, it changes a lot. And it questions me. Like, even I question myself, like, how much do I really know? Because for the longest time, I thought these people are just evil. The way, how with this whole COVID and, that everything, right? But then he was able to get people to unite for a cause, and that's very admirable. So thank you, Sadhguru, for showing me the way. And I want to help share the message with you, the audience that are watching. And I'm still going to continue my journey, like my diet, an explorer, building my personal brand, but then at the same time, let's unite for a common cause, because without the earth, there's no us. So much love, my friend. Ta-da.